What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Bulls to the Wall Trading, a channel where I share my tips and experiences in the stock market. I share my watch lists. I do daily recaps. I answer all your questions, and I just look to help people out. This is going to be my watch list for October 4th, 2017. By no means does this mean that you should play these stocks or love these stocks. I say it on my videos that I am not a financial planner. I'm not a financial advisor. Please do your own research. This is just my opinions. Please do your own research. Also, nobody is sponsoring me to do any of these videos. I'm just doing this on my own because I just want to help people out. Alright, let's get to it. I think that's about covers what I wanted to say. So in my keep an eye category, I have CATB. This one had a nice little run this morning. I had this one in my watch list last night for today. I'm not really going to cover what it did today because you could see that in my in my recap video. But it went to a high of 309. So that's what I'm interested in. I will draw my, this is actually called a trend line, but actually, is this called the trend line? Price level. My price level line right here. And I'll delete the previous one. And if you guys have been watching my videos, you guys know the routine. We want to keep an eye on this one and hope that tomorrow in the pre-market it stays below this line or close to it, and if it breaks above it, we'll draw a newer line to the highest point. And at the market open, we want the price action to go above the line that we drew, whether it's this one or a more updated one as the price moves on. CYTR, this is a new one that I haven't had on my watch list for a while. This one moved all the way up to 49 cents before kind of coming down. So I want to draw my line around the 49 cent mark, and we'll keep an eye on this one tomorrow, hoping that it can do the same thing. Had a 6 million, almost 7 million in volume, which is pretty good. ETRM is another one that I believe I had today. Let me check my notes. Nope, I didn't have it. I had this one at some point. I think it was earlier in the week. I don't recall. And I don't want to waste too much time looking at my notes. But anyways, we see the high point right here at 245. So we want this one to, again, kind of start curling up. And hopefully it can break above that 245 line. 9 million in volume, which is pretty good, so we want to follow up with this one tomorrow morning. EXEY, this one was the best one for today. It made a pretty big move. These are old lines, so I'll take those out. So this one, it made highs of 655. Hopefully you guys played this one today. I had this one on my watch list last night for you guys. So we will draw our line at the 655 mark. If I can get it there. Come on. Let me zoom in. That's weird. I can't get it. I'll just do it at 656. So we're gonna leave it at 656. And like we always do, we're gonna follow this one. This one most likely will continue to see movement in the up trend or upwards trend movement because of the high volume. It has a lot of eyes in it. It has a lot of eyes on it. So that's why the price has been moving up, because it's being traded heavily and it's being traded a lot. And it also has some big news. I think it acquired something. Shares more than 100% in 2 days, but analyst sees even more upside possible. So this is definitely a hot stock to watch, EXEY. So keep an eye on this one. on my second watch list that I have, let's start with DSX. The chart doesn't look all that great, but it made highs up to 4.7 in the post market, so that's why I like it. It only has 1 million volume, so not that great, but still the chart looks somewhat decent. We're gonna see it through tomorrow and see what it can do. So this is all about just identifying potential. Right now, all of these stocks that I go over and any stock that I go over in my watch list, it's about identifying potential and see how they play out tomorrow morning or the following day. CDNA is the next one. This one had highs of 455, so I'll draw my line right there. And as you can tell, the reason I like it is because right before the market closed, it started going up, and in the post market, it tested that $4.55 resistance line that we drew, and it got rejected. So if it can come up again and go above it, this one could be a good one. So that's why I like this one. We're gonna keep an eye on it. Again, 1 million in volume, not all that great, but stranger things have happened. The chart doesn't look all that great to me. Yeah, it looks kind of choppy. It doesn't look like a healthy chart, but towards the end of the day, it kind of picked it up. The RRX, this one really did nothing during the day except in kind of like the last hour. It picked up steam to highs of 217, and right now it's hanging around 213. So hopefully we want this one to hang around here, around that price level in the post and pre-market, and hopefully it can break above the 217 mark, and we can make in some profits there. If it does break above the 217 line in the pre-market or post-market, I will simply draw a new line wherever that high point is. So if I wake up tomorrow morning and I look at this stock and it broke through this 217 line and it's at let's say 224, I'll draw a new line at 224 and I'll get rid of this line because this line isn't relevant to me anymore. And that's the same with all these stocks. FSFL, this one made huge gains in the post market. It spiked. Let's see, nothing really why it did it, but it got highs of 210. We're drawing our line right there. After it reached 210, it kind of just fizzled out, and it's kind of trying to come back up. We're gonna keep an eye on this one tomorrow, hoping that it can break above that 210 price level that we just drew. ANTH, another one that picked up steam as the day closed, and in the post market it reached highs of 207, so that's where I will draw my my resistance line right there. It looks like it's kind of coming down after it touched that 207, but again, it has potential if it can loop back up and test that 207 line. So that's why we're gonna keep it on watch, because it does have that potential, and it does have 3 million volume. So volume wise, this one looks way better than all of these right here. So definitely want to keep that one on there. MTBC, this is a really good one. Look at all this volume in the post market. It's moving a lot, it's being traded a lot. Look at this spike in the last hour, actually last half hour. It spiked up, and after the market closed, it kept going. So I'm going to draw my line at the $3.96 point right there, and we're going to keep an eye on this one. This one will most likely break that 396 line in the pre-market because it's getting so much volume and so much activity that we just wanna keep an eye on this one. This one looks pretty good. If this one was to break above in the pre-market, again, I'll draw a new line here, but at the open, this one most likely will come down a little bit because people that bought in here at 176 at the market open, let's say it's at $4, everybody that bought in here at 176 will want to cash in their profits at $4. So they're all going to sell, the price is going to come down, and then that's when new buyers are going to come in, and it's going to start curling up, and hopefully it'll come back up and cross the line that we drew. So I'm expecting this one to kind of take a dip in the open. 8 million in volume, so that's pretty good. DRYS, this is another one that I had on my watch list yesterday for today. These are old lines, so I'll get rid of them. This one was another one that you guys could have played today, or you guys could have invested in it. If you see my recap video, I discuss it. So basically it reached highs of 323, so I'll draw my line right there. After it reached 323, it didn't really do much. Actually, I'm gonna put this one on my keep an eye tab, and I'm going to take it out of my continuation watch list. The reason I'm going to do that is because it has a pretty huge gap to fill from 390 to 323. So on my keep an eye tab, I like to keep stocks like this that they have potential but they have a long way to go. And in my continuation ones, I like stocks that have potential but are right there or close to breaking above the line that we drew. So I'm going to delete this one from here. Alright, next one is MNKD. This is another one that I had yesterday for play today. I'm going to remove the old lines. This one was another one that you guys could have invested in. Made highs of 299 and it got rejected at 299. This one I want to play, or I'll be looking at this one if it can break above $3. Not $2.99. Why $3? Because any whole number, $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6, and so on, is a mental resistance point. Any stock that can break above $1, $2, $3, and so on is big time. It's huge. So I want this one to break above $3 for me to get in on it. 12 million in volume, which is really, really good. So I will keep an eye on this one and hope that it can go above $3. Last one is FMSA. This is an old line, so I'm going to remove it. This one jumped to 510. It had a pretty big spike. I don't want to waste too much time and look at the news. Possible acquisition, there you go. So that's probably what that's not probably why, that is why, because they could be acquired. So it made highs of 510, and then it just kind of consolidated and it's been moving around that $5. Right now it's at around 490-ish. So I'm gonna keep this one on my watch list, and again hope that it can move above. It's got 37 million in volume, which is pretty good. And you know, all these stocks, I'm gonna watch them tomorrow morning, see which ones I like the most, see which ones are getting the most volume in the morning, because all this volume is throughout the day. So tomorrow morning I could come in and FMSA could have 0 volume in the pre-market and ECYT could have 1 million. So I like to narrow my stocks down to the ones that are getting the most action or the most volume in the pre-market, because that's a good indicator that it's going to keep going as the market opens. Also, I do a morning scanner that shows me stocks that are performing very well in the pre-market. Obviously, if I were to run it now, it wouldn't show me anything because we're not in the pre-market hours. So if you guys have any questions, please leave me a comment. I'll be glad to answer any of your questions. Please like and subscribe. If you think these videos are helpful, please spread the word. I received a couple of comments about half an hour ago from somebody that subscribed, and they were thanking me for the videos. To that person, you're very welcome. That makes me feel good that you're learning from me, and hopefully I'm doing a good job. If there's anything you want to see, please let me know. That's going to do it for this watch list, again, for October 4th, 2017. Be on the lookout tomorrow for my recap video around 11 or noon Eastern time. And that's going to do it. I hope everybody has a great day in the markets tomorrow. Keep your head up, stay positive, and go make some money.